There you
Okay,
go.
there we go. Now we have both of us on the
All
screen.
right.
Perfect. How was your day today, Chris?
It was good. Thank you. I
Okay.
we had a golf tournament.
Oh,
Over
nice.
the-
That's
So
fun.
yeah.
That's
How about
fun.
you? How was your
Oh my
day?
God, I had a session with OC Collective in Newport Beach
Mm.
and just finished when I picked up boys and then brought them home, just fed them so I can run upstairs and do the Zoom. So it was a busy
Oh,
day for me as well, but it was a great session. A lot of amazing ladies I met today. The session
yeah.
was in Port Beach, and we had a speaker that talked about gut health, and then I did sound healing, and we had Reiki. So it was a great little health and wellness event that I attended, and I did sound healing for them. So it was really nice. It's always nice to talk about manifestation, our
Yeah,
subject. And
for
I did
sure.
a little bit touched on it because there was not much enough time. And then I realized, wow, there is a lot of people that they are actually very much interested. So I
Mm.
invited the July 11 event. I said, I'm diving deep into the book of Dr. Joe Dispenza, especially
Mhm.
chapter 8. I don't know if you've got it as an audible or not, but I think
I'm
chapter
on
8 is,
chapter one. Yeah,
yeah, chapter 8 is what
really.
I'm going to really focus on because I feel like if we all make, it talks about the mind movie. So like you know how you do your vision board, you
Mm.
put it,
Yeah.
everything that you want. This one is like a movie you make, clips of your life and
Mm.
what you want, right? And you make this little clip of a movie and then you look at it constantly all the time and then you learn to meditate and then put yourself in that sense of as if you are in there in like a 3D reality in your movie that you made for yourself.
Mm.
And he says that you have to use all of your five senses, picturing yourself
Mhm.
in that movie, the
Mm.
smell, the touch, seeing, hearing, everything. Like he wants you to really live it. So it's, I think it's very much interesting, and I'm going to try to take some notes at some part of it and probably dive deep into that. And then there's another section that I really like, that was the beginning, that I took some notes as well, that I want to go over all of those. But it seems like people are loving the subject of manifestation.
Yeah. 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 I've heard of like doing visualization and like you're saying, putting yourself in that moment and
Yes.
engaging all of your senses. I've tried it a few times. I found it very challenging. I feel like different people might struggle with some methods and be better at some, and everything. So I just try everything and see what works best. But yeah, that sounds like a great
Yeah.
chapter. So,
I think meditation and manifestations are skills. I think we all learning. I'm learning as I'm going, and I keep
mhm,
gaining more information by reading more books and
mhm,
learning more details of how I have to meditate. Like he has so many different meditation. He has walking meditations, he has
mhm,
sitting down meditation, he has laying down meditation. So he wants to basically for us to raise our awareness on everyday basis. Even if you're walking, we're present. We're, you know
mhm.
what I mean? We're not in our head going on, within during our day. So there's so many different good tips in the book that I'm really happy that I'm listening to it. I'm not reading it yet. I haven't got the book yet, but I have to get it. But the
Mhm.
Audible is easy for me. I wake up in the morning at 5:30, I listen to it. If I'm
Yeah.
washing dishes, I listen to it. If I'm driving, I listen to it. So because it just gives me more, time to read, to listen to, and then I'll get the book and probably read it one more time because when you go over it for the second time,
Mhm.
things that starts to kind of make sense a little bit more because some areas are so difficult, you kind of
Mhm.
have to read it over again to realize what is it he's trying to cross this point.
Yeah.
So I think the subject of manifestations at the end of sound healing is going to be a very popular one. And next time when you're at my session, I want you to talk about like what happened to you last time when you were at the
Mhm.
session. We were talking about manifestation, and then how is it that all of a sudden that happened. So tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
the real estate deal that happened for you.
Yeah. Well, I guess first I want to back up a little bit.
Mhm.
So, and I think I posted about this a few times too. But like everybody goes through ups and downs in life, right? Even if nothing seems to really trigger it, it's just out of nowhere, boom, you're doing great, and all of a sudden, boom, something just happens. You hit some kind of a wall, and things just start going the other direction. And
Mhm.
it's really easy especially if you're a busy person and you've got, which most of us are, right? And you've got a day job and you've got a business, or for you,
Yeah.
you've got your kids, you've got all this stuff going on, and it's like when you're going through that, it can be very tough to continue to do all of those things and continue with the momentum. So, I mean, for me, I've put a lot of things in place to try and help me at least do a minimum activities and actions every week, no matter what is happening in my life, to keep that momentum going forward. So as soon as I'm like out of that rut, I still have the momentum, and then I can hit the gas, and really go
Yes.
hard. And so I kind of went through a little slow period, like for maybe 3, 4 weeks.
Hmm.
But I've been going to all of your sound healing events lately. So probably
Yes.
once a month, right? I've been
Yes.
going.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've been
And
coming since February,
yeah.
right? I prep work and then February, March, April, May, June. You
Yeah.
did the
So
retreat with me as well, which that was amazing too.
yeah, that was great. That was great. So um when I went to your sound healing this month, that was like even when I showed up there, you even asked me like, "Oh, have you talked with anybody?" I'm like, "No." I was just kind of in a moment. I'm just like, I don't feel I'm not social or anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get like that. But then the sound healing just totally lightens the weight on my shoulders was gone. I was so light and feeling happy and energetic and excited and motivated again afterwards. Just felt amazing. And at the end of the sound healing, you talked a lot about um, the manifestations that we should be doing, especially around that time with the full moon and all of that. And so, I mean, we did some manifestations there. You also posted something in our WhatsApp chat. It was a little video,
Mhm.
which I need to download and just keep watching that, because just that little clip was really, really good. And I'm just like, I don't think I need to write my own. I'm just gonna do what this guy says, because it just was perfect.
Yes.
And yeah, and then you had mentioned this, so you kind of planted this seed in my mind, right? You're like, oh, I've done this before, and this can happen in, as quickly as 48 hours. You can manifest whatever you want. And I didn't even do that much, really. I just kind of participated in that event. I watched that video. I journaled a little bit, and the next day, I get a message about a 4 unit property, and the numbers look really good. And then the next day, I get a message. I get my weekly updates about new properties on the market, and there's
Hmm.
this 18-unit property, and all of these other multifamily deals I've been looking at. The numbers just aren't there. Like the brokers way overestimate the price and are
Hmm.
looking at future pro forma and not the current reality, and so it just hasn't penciled out. And this particular deal really looked good, even at the current numbers. Um, so, I mean, I'm not like, I haven't secured the deal yet. I'm not under contract, but it's just like, boom, all of a sudden my mindset changes, and, the next day, 4 unit, the next day, 18 unit. I also that day I got my annual raise, and it was really, really good. And so just like boom, 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 all these things. And it's just like,
Yep.
there's been some financial stress, so the raise helps a lot with that. And, it's like, hey, this is a real deal. And the next part, which is the scary part, so I need to keep doing all of this manifestation, especially when I'm going into uncharted territory for me. And so the
Hmm.
next part, once we confirm a few more things, and get it under contract, would be raising capital. And, I got to probably raise $500,000 to be able to do the deal. And I'm confident I can do it, but I've also never done that. So it's
And don't worry about how it's gonna happen. This is part
yeah,
of the manifestation. It's like, oh my God, how am I gonna find somebody that is gonna give me 500,000 to invest in this thing? Don't
right.
even worry about that part of it. Say, I want to do it. Picture yourself. You're talking to
Mhm.
somebody, you're shaking hand, and you're saying,
Yeah,
oh my God, he wants to take on the investment.
yeah,
And you get that sensation and that elevated emotion attached to it. Picture when you got that feeling when you got that money that came into your bank, right? Or a
uh-huh.
vacation that you plan and you get that buzz feeling in you and you're like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to this trip. And you get
Yeah,
that good feeling. You got to carry on that feeling with you of picturing yourself
yeah,
literally in a 3D reality with that person using your five senses,
mm,
hearing, touch, everything, as if
yeah,
you're talking to the guy. He's just standing right in front of you and you're so excited and you're visioning and
yeah,
you're seeing everything. Trust me, don't even worry about who's going to come into the picture, who's going to have the money. Just say that I want to make this happen. And when it
yeah,
happens, and let me know, we'll do another IG and we'll go like over to how it happened. But you're already in a very
uh-huh.
good place. You already have a
Yeah,
good deal going. And so
yeah,
keep the momentum.
yeah, I've talked to the broker several times. I've already
Yeah,
got an insurance quote. I've run all the numbers. I've got some soft lender quotes. I started a newsletter with potential investors. I have I have a viewing of the property scheduled for Tuesday. It's in Wisconsin, so I won't be there, but my property manager will walk it for me.
of course.
And I also have a list of questions out to the broker that I'm waiting for a response on. But I mean, at their asking price, unless the answers to those questions tell me something I don't, different than what I've been assuming in my numbers, I could probably give them their asking price. All the other deals I've been looking at, it's way below asking of what I could offer. So that's why I'm like, this one's actually seems promising. Obviously, there might be competition that I got to think about too, but I'm going to offer what I can offer, not worry so much about that. And what's meant to be will happen. But but yeah, as soon as I get an accepted LOI, a letter of intent,
Yes.
and we start working on the actual purchase and sale agreement, that's when I'm going to hit it hard on the start. I'm going to start. I've talked. I got an attorney on my side that does all the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, like
Mm.
documents to file for raising capital, and so we would hit that right away, and then that way I could start advertising to to people within my network and talking about the deal. So yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
anyway.
That's
It's a
great.
lot
And
of
you have
stuff.
something.
I'm just one step at a time,
Yes.
and also I can see this being a very a healthy addictive thing. It's like, ooh, we got this deal. Now let's go. We got to,
Yes.
in engineering, for those who don't know, I'm an engineer. Like this happens in engineering too, right? You win a project and now it's like, oh, we got to go. Like whether it's applying for the project and then you got to interview and you win it. Now it's like, all right, now it's go time. And especially when you're coming up with deadlines and stuff, you got to kind of hit the gas.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little bit of a, what are the little adrenaline rush. And for me, it's like, um, I'm not gonna fail at it. If I get an accepted offer, I'm finding the money. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter
No
of,
matter when. Yeah.
when. Yeah, it
Yeah.
will happen. Because this is my future is real estate. And I've already proven to myself and a lot of other people that, I can be successful in this, that I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about. And now this is just the next step, getting into bigger syndication. So
That's
once
great.
I do it,
Another thing on your list was manifesting love. We need to work on that as well for the next session.
yes, yeah,
You gotta get in details. You gotta sit down on our next session on Thursday night. I want you to sit down and journal exactly who is it that you're looking for, from
mm,
physical attraction to
mm,
personality to how, like, picture yourself, what are you doing with her, where are you guys going, are you guys traveling together, are you guys
Mm,
in bed cuddling, are you guys, whatever details that you like to have with that person, uh, literally sit down and write them all down, and what it is that you want your partner to have, what kind of personality, what are important for you,
mm,
every details. Nobody is there to quiz you for that. I feel like we are the one that we put limitation for ourselves in our mind. Whoever it is, that you can write it down and you can manifest it. And to imagine, maybe you want to manifest somebody that is in the same field as you, and then you both are going to do the magic together, and
mm.
together is going to even like
Yeah,
explode, like her energy and your
yeah,
energy
that
together.
would be
You
amazing.
guys will motivate each
Yeah,
other and be behind each other's back, and it's just going to be so amazing. Whatever that
yeah,
person is, I would say definitely write it in details, like every details, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is that you want. I think if you put it out there and write it, attach the emotion, visualize it in kind of a 3D way, not just a flat, like feel yourself hugging her, kissing her, whatever it is that you're doing. And
yeah.
really, it can happen before you know it. It's incredible. I
So,
think I think you started something amazing.
yeah, I do. I'm wondering in my mind, like, I think I told you I'm thinking about moving out of California. So
Yeah.
part of me is like, I don't know if I should do that yet or if I should wait,
Mhm.
until I move. But honestly, then it's like, well, even if I say I move to North Carolina, I'm looking at North Carolina or Wisconsin. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
If I move to Wisconsin, I'm not set on staying there. I could still move to North Carolina later, or vice versa, or back to California. Who knows? So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, do I want to manifest that yet, or focus on the real estate right now? But ultimately, like what you're saying is great because I mean I know a lot of people in the educational program and community I'm a part of on the real estate investing side that
Mm.
are couples and they're really thriving because they work so well together. They balance each other out, and they're both going after the same goals. And even my real estate coach, and I want to say him and his wife own like 3,000 unit apartment units, um, and they're just crushing it together. The two of them, it's a dynamic duo. So there's definitely like that would be amazing. I mean, um, I kind of tried to force that onto my ex, and it just wasn't natural at
Yeah.
all. I could tell she
Yeah.
wasn't really into it, and that's totally fine. But I shouldn't have been forcing it on her. And but now that I know that this is what I want to do and where I'm going, yeah, it would be great to find someone, and even if it's not necessarily a real estate that's her thing, I just want someone who's more entrepreneurial and ambitious,
Mhm.
and willing to take risks so that we can kind of push each other
Yes.
and to keep going. Because I know when I get in those ruts and stuff and I lose motivation, it would be helpful if I had someone there to push
Absolutely.
me and help each
Absolutely.
other, right?
Manifest it. Manifest somebody that is interested into the real estate world, so you have somebody that can motivate you, you motivate her, she motivates you, and you guys are always there for each other. And because you guys all have, you're going to have different capabilities, and
Yeah,
you complete each other in this sense of the business that
yeah,
you're in. So why not to be with
yeah,
somebody that gets you and loves what you do, which is
yeah,
going to amplify what it is that you guys can do together and be even more successful. I would say definitely, you know, get in that zone of wanting to manifest somebody in this field with you
yeah.
that's going to support you
And
in
maybe I stop worrying about when and just do it. And part of the visualization is somebody who is open, who is not set here in California. Like they're open to move.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
doesn't
because
matter
you guys
when
are
and where I meet
single. Yeah, you don't have kids, so it's so easy to just pick up and
Yeah.
go, anywhere. You guys can travel. You can even live for a little bit here, do some investment, move to another state, do some investment there.
Mm.
Until you guys don't have kids, it's so easy to move everywhere and have fun and see different states and enjoy life at the same time. And then when you guys have kids together, then like pick a place, stick there. Because once they start going to school, you want to have stability for them, same routine, and then
Yeah.
so you stay in one place. But right now, it's
Yeah.
so easy. Like you can go
Go
anywhere. You
do
just pick up
whatever.
and you just
Yeah.
go, and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
I love traveling. So like sometimes I want to just pick up my bag and just go. It's a little hard because I have kids, but I've been
Well,
thinking of
I do have my
I've
dog, so you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, your dog, somebody can take care of the dog if you, but you can't even take the dog with you. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Kids are a little bit harder. Like I've been thinking about doing a trip, maybe a retreat or something, and it's
Mm.
constantly is in my mind. It's in my manifest. It's part of my manifestation list, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, when is it gonna happen? I need it. I really need it. I really need it retreat, somewhere that I can go and just focus on me and do rituals and really get connected with my own energy, because every day is work and then
Hmm.
kids, right? It's like the only time that I get is when I'm in bed listening to my either podcast or my book or something, and I'm still not doing anything fun. I'm just like listening to something because I want knowledge. I need more knowledge, right?
Hmm.
But I love what I do, so that's my fun on daily
Yeah.
basis. When I go to events, wellness events, I'm all about community. When I meet so many amazing people, especially women, and women are more into health and wellness, and I feel like every connection that I make is just such a good feeling. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Especially when you have that connection. Like today, there was a lady, there was two of them that I really had a good connection, and she really enjoyed the little talk that I did about manifestation. And she's like, "Oh my God, Sarah, I'm so into Dr. Joe Dispenza." I'm like, "Oh my God!" So we have that in common, which is really nice. And she showed me her YouTube and all the stuff that she has listened. I said, "Oh my God, then you have to read this book that I'm like listening to right now." She's like, "Okay, I'll get it on podcast, on Audible, and I'll listen to it." I'm like, yes.
Hmm.
And then I can talk to her. I'm like,
Yeah.
what chapter are you? And they were all so interested. They're like, we want to come to your next session. So the sense of belonging, the sense of community. We're
Hmm.
human. We need community. We need to
Yeah.
feel heard. We need to
Yeah.
feel seen. And when
And
you have,
honestly, like I do although I don't know many other people like in the group. I mean, I saw Jen on here. Like I met her now a few times, and
yes,
so slowly meeting more people, right?
yes,
But still, like it does feel, yeah. Even just going to your events and meeting new people each time,
it
um,
is.
it still feels nice because I know they're all there for the same reason I'm there, and we're all kind of shooting for the same thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
it does give me that sense of community for sure. I
Absolutely.
love
And
it.
I think
Yeah.
we all need it. We all need to have a community that if we're going through rough times, if you want to talk about something, we can just pick up the phone and say, hey, like Jen is great. Like we met at
Yeah.
an event at the Newport Beach.
Yeah.
And since then we've been friends. She's very busy. She sees clients
Uh-huh.
like back to back. We barely see each other unless it's an event that we're going or she comes to my session. And but we feel we have each other when we look
Hmm.
at each other's videos or Instagram. We're so proud of each other. We love what we do. She's into health and wellness. I'm into health and wellness, teaching people how to manage their stress, how to manifest, with the nutrition. Jen is part of the nutrition as well, and we both
Hmm.
love the nutrition, especially the coffee. I want you to try the coffee. The next time I see you, I have to bring you the coffee powder. I want you to try it
Okay.
because it has
How do
become
you?
my number one drink. And
Uh,
I wake up in the morning and I run from my coffee shake
can
because
you
it's
can you
incredible.
brew it like regular coffee?
No, no, it's a powder. It's a protein powder. So what I do,
Okay.
I mix it with water and ice, and I put half a banana in it, so it becomes thick. a little thicker, but it's very like tastes like coffee, color like coffee, has cinnamon,
Yeah.
and it's so tasty. Like I drink it in literally probably less than a minute because I just want to like have it so fast. And then it gives me such an incredible energy that I run all day with it. And now, yesterday, I tried my Can't Beat This powder, which is good and gives you energy for workout. That one is a really good one. I'm thinking I'm gonna bring both of them so you can try them next time. So
Is that
you
the
can
beet
just
juice
order
one?
whatever you want every month. Like order the coffee
Yeah.
for yourself or order the beet for yours. This is what I do right now
Yeah.
because I went through my 3 months of the ULTs and now I get to pick whatever I want out of the products. I'm like, oh, I want this one. I want a cocoa hydrate and I want the beets and I want the
Yeah.
coffee. So it's becoming more fun because I have so
Yeah.
many different variety of products now to use and I get excited. And I drank the beet yesterday. I was so excited. I wanted to have it, but it was a little bit late in day. It was at 5
Mm.
p.m. I shouldn't be doing that. I had so much energy and I couldn't sleep. I was like wired in my head, even though I
Uh-huh.
slept, but I feel like I wasn't in a deep sleep because my body was like had so much energy, right? My brain
Hmm.
was like so awakened.
But that's like
So
a pre-workout,
yeah, I always
right?
recommend people don't have it past 2 o'clock. Have
Yeah.
your coffee in the morning, maybe have it midday, but don't have another shake because they're so amazing. They give you so much energy in the cellulite level that you can't have it 5 p.m. and expect to go to bed at 10. So I learned my lesson yesterday. I'm like, no more 5 p.m. shakes. No, 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 no. This is different. This stuff is really works really amazingly on my body. So I'm really excited that I do the nutrition, that I do the sound healing. Both combination has raised my vibration and I feel like I'm manifesting better because my vibration, my body is getting what is needed. And then I vibrate in a higher frequency because I'm taking care of my physical body, I'm taking care of my mental with sound healing. And together is such a good combination that now I feel like I'm complete. My energy is to the roof. I feel so good and I feel like I'm ready to take on anything that I want. I don't put limits on myself when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to making money, meeting people, meeting the right people that they take
Yeah.
you. It's like a
Have,
little stage.
have you always been like an extrovert, would you say?
Always. I've
Okay.
always been extrovert. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's my personality. I'm very
Yeah.
easy to conversate. I'm very easily I can talk to anybody in the elevator or in the street.
Yeah.
Just like uh, I know when I see the person, something about them will be the beginner of the conversation for me, and
Hmm.
it always works. if
Yeah.
it's if it's their look, if they're girls or if they're guys, I look at body language. What is it that I can start a conversation with? What is it that is going to intrigue them? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a little bit of psychology. You kind of have to be in tune with seeing energy. So when I tell people sometimes, oh my god, I walked into the room, that girl that came and hugged me, she did not want to hug me. And they're like, how? I mean, she hugged you. I'm like, well, I'm telling you, I hugged her, but she did not want to hug me. So I
Mm.
totally like feel the energy, right? And people think that, okay, they're saying what they want to say,
Mm.
thinking
Yeah.
that, oh, okay, but what they're saying
Yeah.
is not really what they're meaning or what they're
Yeah.
thinking in their head because I can read literally body
Yeah.
language, I can read
I-
energy. You don't have to
Yeah.
say a word. You just look at me and I know what you're thinking, right?
Sometimes I'll admit like I'll know the things I'm supposed to be saying and doing and I'll say and do those things, but I
Yeah.
know what you're saying. I won't feel it. And but I think yeah, so the sound healing, the manifestations, all of that helps with the mindset portion of that too. So like if you know that this is the thing I'm supposed to be doing, then you can get your mindset right to do it with the right energy because it definitely makes a difference. It absolutely
Absolutely,
makes a difference.
absolutely. And I
People
think
can
sound
smell
therapy
it.
really
People
helps
can
you
sense it, you
because
know?
you've been doing it. You've been constantly coming to my sessions, the retreat, and what sound does is removes those blockages. We all have it. Nobody can say, "Oh, I don't have any blockages." No. As you go through emotions during the day, if you get angry, if you have resentment, if you're sad,
Hmm.
whatever it is, you start collecting them, right? And if you
Hmm.
don't do anything, shake it off, they get stuck in you. And after many years, all this stuck emotion turns to sickness. Stress causes inflammation in our body. And that's why it's good to work out, because you're shaking off a lot of things when you work out. When you feel you're anxious, and like you have something going on, get up, jump up and down, do some workout. I mean, nothing specific, but just move your body. And that's how you shake off those emotions off of your body. And what sound does, really, without you doing anything, as you're laying down, it really does gets rid of all those blockages. So when the blockages are moved, now your energy is clear. It's clear to get to where he wants to get the energy or the future of you, the manifestation future of you, because
Hmm.
you're open to receive. You're like, oh, okay, I'm good. I can manifest that thing that I want. Why would I wait 5 years? Or why would I wait a year? Or why would I
Yeah,
wait a month? I want it
yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah,
And it
exactly.
becomes like this game that you're kind of proving to yourself. It's like, oh my God, I'm powerful, this is no
Yeah.
joke.
Well, look,
I
I've been
am
doing that.
manifesting things.
I've been doing that all year. Not necessarily. I guess it is kind of manifestations. I just didn't call it that, but it's really like
Yeah.
I've been writing down my goals twice a day, and one of those goals is that I'm going to buy 22 units this year, and I bought a five, and this if I go through this 18, that's 23, right? And then so I'd be hitting the goal like halfway through the year, which is freaking awesome. But yeah, I've been writing it as if I already done it, like you talk
Very
about.
good.
You know what I'm saying?
Writing is
So
so important. I tell people, see, this is my journal, which is right by my bed. And I have so many of these books. This one is literally is full. I mean, I
yeah,
go back sometimes, I read it, like I'm like, last year, what did I ask? Because you forget, you're not going to remember. You go through your notes, because I write down like new moon, May, that, and then full moon. So because new moon, you write differently than full moon. And then you go look back, it's like, oh my God, I asked for that? I totally forgot that I did ask for that. And now I have it. Now I have it, which is crazy, because it just shows that it
yeah,
really works. When you write
yeah.
things down, it really does work. So keep
And
keep
there's
on
like,
journaling, keep on dreaming big. Don't put limitations for yourself when it comes to money, relationship, and what it is that you want from life. All we all are magical, and we all are capable of achieving the goals that we want. It's just about when. But don't even worry about the time frame of it. Just manifest, just visualize, just
yeah.
journal
Oh, you muted.
emotion to
There we
it,
go.
and just send it out.
Yeah, I love
It's
that.
incredible. Honestly, I can't wait for all of your deals to go through. I'm already sending
Yeah,
that energy for you, because now that you shared
thank
with me
you.
and the audience, I think it's always good when we get into a group and we do manifestation on the full moon as a group, our energies vortexes together and goes up. So it's always good to do prayers together, manifestation together, because your energy gets tied up, right? Because we are one. But when we're together, our energies gets tied up, then becomes stronger
Yeah.
to get up there, right? So
And I mean, part of it is probably too, just like, I mean, there's so many ways you can do this, right? You can write things down, you can do a vision board, you can
yes.
visualize the movie, you can, with all your senses, you can say it out loud, and you can profess it to groups of people, kind of like this, right? Like you can go on Facebook Live or Instagram Live and say, "Hey, I'm professing to you that I am going to do this year," or you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you've got sort of the social accountability aspect too. We're like,
Absolutely.
well, I better do it now. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. I think we're all on the right track as I'm learning whatever that I learned through my readings, because I'm new in this manifestation world as well. And once I started doing my sound healing and I understood what sound does for my body, then I said, okay, now I need to combine it with something exciting, right? And I haven't seen any other sound healer. I've gone to some sound healing sessions. Nobody really talks about manifestation. So it's kind of becoming my own unique signature that I really like. Now I see that I'm
Mm-hmm.
grabbing people's attention. I'm planting seed in people's head. They go home, they listen to different books or different YouTube things. And
Mm-hmm.
just by raising their curiosity, it's
Yes.
great because now they're shown a different world that they can have access to and learn and manifest and have fun with it. Because once you start manifesting one thing after another, you're like, oh my god, did I manifest this just 48 hours? I did manifest this something 48 hours. I don't want to share it online, but I was kind of shocked myself when it happened, because when I was listening to him that day, it was a few weeks ago, and I'm like, really, is it going to happen in 48 hours? It's so far-fetched, you know? It was something that I didn't think that is going to happen, and boom, just like that. I'm like, oh, how did
Wow.
that happen? That is crazy.
Yeah. Do you think though, like it's got to help if you have to believe that it's going to happen, right? I mean,
Yes, you have to.
like if you say it, but you're not like you were talking about earlier with the energy. Your energy's not there. You're just saying it, going through
Yeah,
the motions. It's not going to happen, right? Like you have to want it, and you have to also not only want it, but you have to believe that you can achieve that
yes,
thing.
you
You
have
don't
to
have to
feel
know
you
how.
deserve it. Because some
Yeah,
people don't think that they deserve money. Some people think
yeah,
that money is a root of all evil or whatever. And
yeah,
they don't want to have too much responsibility with the money because it comes, a lot of stress with it, because this is what they, you know,
yeah,
trained us. Oh, you've got a lot of money, now you're gonna have a lot of stress keeping it. Shouldn't be that way. You
yeah,
should you
yeah.
should have money because it has to bring you comfort. It facilitates for you to have more freedom to travel, to do the things that you want in life. That's what money for, is a frequency.
Yeah.
Money is just a frequency, but it starts, abundance and money starts with self-love. This is what I always teach at my sessions. If you don't care for yourself first, you're not going to attract the money. You're
Yeah.
not going to attract the right relationship. So do spend time for Chris. Do things for Chris. Whatever self-care, if it's sound healing, a massage, reading a book, going sitting at the beach and just listening to the waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're dedicating some time just for you,
Yeah.
right? The more you give and you fill up your cup with love for yourself, the more you start attracting those abundance, the relationship, the money. So I always tell people, you need to give back to yourself.
Mm.
When you do that, everything starts flowing in, because then your energy starts raising. You got to be in love with yourself. You got to take care of you. You can't just give to everybody and your cup is always empty. How are you supposed to attract the right person? You're
Yeah.
not, when you're not even loving yourself. How are you going to love somebody if you're not even loving yourself? You got to love yourself first in order to do that for somebody else. So those are the little steps that I think we all need to practice
Yeah.
throughout our day.
And like going to sound healing is a way of doing that, of
Yes,
loving yourself, you know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
It raises your vibration and you can manifest more, and then you're happier, you make more money, you have more freedom, and then you attract the right relationship because you're just buzzing with such good energy. Everybody
yeah.
wants to be successful. Everybody wants to make money, right? You got to do some work in order to open up your portals to receive abundance and the money and the good relationship, all of those that you want, or whatever it is that you want in your life. So make sure you do journal, you take care of yourself. Always journal. New moon and full moon, you can always search it. When is new moon, when is full moon. And the new moon, you set intentions. You write down, you say, you know what, I intend to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? I want to make this deal. I want to make that deal, right? And then on the full moon, you sit down and you show gratitude. Oh my God, I am so happy that 14 unit deal went through and I got the investor and I'm so happy I'm making so much money. That's so awesome. So you attach the emotion, you're writing it as if it's already has happened. And you let it go. And just like that, we'll manifest, my friend. We're going to manifest a lot of things. This is just the beginning.
I
For
can't
sure, we'll
wait.
do more series and we're going to talk about our manifestation. Can't wait to have you at my next session. And I can't wait to do the private session for you, your mom, and your dad. I'm excited to
Yes.
meet them.
Yeah, me too. And I like I said, my mom, I didn't even tell her. I think I just posted about the last session on Facebook, and then my mom commented in there, "Oh, can you ask if they're gonna have any sessions while we're there?" And I'm like, "I already booked the private session."
I know. I
She's
mean, it
like,
was
"You're
such
so
a nice
sneaky."
surprise. Which was a really nice surprise. It's always good when your kids do something for you
Yeah,
without you actually asking it. Because
yeah,
really, parents do have done so much. You don't have kids yet, but as parents, you do so much sacrifices for so many years to take care of your kids. Honestly, this past decade, I didn't live for myself. I lived for my kids. Now I'm coming back to me. Now I say, okay, you know what? I want to do things for Zara. I want to do self love. I want to take care of me. I want to give back to me. I want to go to a retreat by myself. I want to give back to myself, right? And the more I do that, the more I'm going to attract the right things in my life. And same thing for you. So I am so excited to meet your parents, do a private sound healing session for you guys. And we just started this journey of manifestation. We're going to do so many of these Instagram lives and we're going to talk about everything else that we are manifesting, and it's going to be so much fun. It's, to me, it's like a fun game we are playing, and I can't wait to see what's coming next, right?
yeah. Me too.
I know, I'm
It is
excited.
fun.
Since
It
you
is.
started the Instagram, you gotta save it and share it and tag me because I can't do it because you started it, I think.
Oh, okay. I gotta
Okay.
share. I have to download it or no? Or
No, you just save the video and then you share it on your page, and then just when you go to write the information, just tag me and I'll post it on my page too.
oh, okay. All right.
Okay?
Good
It was
deal.
good talking to you, Chris.
You too. Thank you so much.
Of course, as always. I'll see you
All right.
soon.
Till next time. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.